All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Hayden here. I hope you guys are all having a very good day indeed. I hope my audio is working. Just give me a second to make sure that that is the case. Indeed. Yeah. All right. Perfecto. Okay. So everything's going well. Let's. I hope you guys are all having a very good day. So I didn't really put in any announcement that I was going to be doing this stream, but I figured I was going to record a video, and then I was like, the video concept might actually be like a bit long for a video, so it might be best to do a live stream of it. What I want to, and then also, I don't have anybody in the chat right now, but if anybody comes in and pops in, they can give me their input. What I want to do is I want to, right here, build a garden. And, okay, so I kind of forgot about this ravine, so we're going to have to kind of fill this all in. This might be a pretty big project. Alright, well, I'll handle it either way. So what I want to do is I want to build a garden right here. We're going to name it the viewer garden, and the whole idea is that throughout the series, and it won't happen every episode, but every few episodes I'll update the signs in the garden and put a new sign in or whatever of a viewer or commenter, something like that. So that way anybody who comments on this, anybody who has an impact on the series, can then have their permanent spot in the world. So that's sort of the goal that I'm going for. The problem is I don't really know the style of what I'm trying to replicate. So I did actually, let me pause it there quickly, and then I was gonna go through some of these with you guys and see what could be good. So because I'm just looking for inspirations, I guess we'll just go to images and see what sort of inspiration I can use. So I guess my kind of idea, see, this is what I used in the thumbnail, and I don't mind it. I don't mind this sort of, well, I guess it's not like the actual style I'm looking for. Maybe something more like this. I quite like the idea of having, okay, I don't know why the quality is so bad. I quite like the idea of having like a stone like sort of path there. This is quite cool. This sort of like koi pond. It's like, it feels very Japanese. Yeah, let's make the pyramids of Babylonian, or whatever, the hanging gardens of Babylon. So yeah, I mean, I guess, and then we can always add on to it. So this is really cool. Garden dome. I was toying around with potentially the idea of doing like I think there was another one that had a good picture of it somewhere. I saw one earlier that it was like one of those big domes. See, like a botanical garden. Could be cool. But I think I kind of want it to be more outside. And then I want to plant trees, because we have a bunch of different trees that we've picked up from around the world, and I want to plant those inside this garden. So my kind of thinking was I would divide this garden into like maybe 4 or several different sections, but the problem is I don't know exactly what to put in the middle. And I would love for it to be, when you're in the garden, you can't see like outside of it. So the garden itself, I guess let's close out of the browser for now. The garden itself, what I want is to put high-rise sort of walls around it. So obviously it's hard with this giant, enormous building right there. But my thinking is that we sort of like maybe put trees here or hedges or something, and that way it covers up the outside. So when you're in the garden, it just looks as if you can't see anything else. It's, I guess, the kind of like Disney World technique, right? Of where they structure it so that the garden looks humongous. And then I'll extend this sort of path, so I'll move this. I haven't updated my inventory either, and this is the first gameplay I'm really playing since I already had a crafting table. This is the first bit of gameplay that I'm playing in a while. So I do have a shovel. Shovel might not be best used for this just yet. I need to figure out what supplies I need. So off the bat, let's go take a look at what sort of plants we have. In the garden, we can update it. That's one of the things that I guess I just want to build the rough outline and then start the work on it today. And we can come back and add to it later on. And technically, I mean, this isn't a forever garden. Well, it is. I want this to always be here. This is going to be the main takeaway. Okay, why am I going into the bedroom? I want to head down here. Okay, farming. Is there anything of interest? We're good on food. I also need to get honey for this guy. I really don't use him either. I need to get honey for him. Okay, and this is the newest version, 1.26.2. Sorry, there's a rubbish truck outside, so it's going to be loud for a second. Okay. Arms and armor. I think we're good on food. This is what I want. So wood. What sort of trees do we have in Acadia? What? It's not Acadia. It's acacia. An acacia tree. We got oak. This is the real one that I want. Cherry saplings. And we got birch. We don't have any spruce. I've yet to see spruce. So I wouldn't be able to add that. But I could do an acacia, however you say it. Birch, oak, and then cherry for the four corners. That could definitely work. That could definitely work. And then excess blocks. Okay, the excess blocks are kind of important. I don't really know what the trail could be made of. That's its own problem. Like, I don't... The lodestone could look cool. Or the smooth stone. I don't know how you make smooth stone. Cobblestone could also look alright. I think we rock it out with cobblestone. But then I'll need to go mining a bit for that. The ores we're fine with. And then the bone meal I was looking for. Okay, I guess I don't have that much bone meal. It's a bit funny, I thought I had more. And then flowers, again, we can get. So I guess, oh, do I not have any leaves? How do you get a leaf? Do you need shears for that? I think we need shears to pick up the leaf. Well, actually, how? Let me search it up. How do you get leaves? Yeah, we need shears. Okay, that's easy enough to make. How do you? Well, actually, how do you make shears again? I know the old way, but I'm wondering if they've changed it. Oh, it's just 2 iron. Yeah. So I'll make a few of those. Again, this is like a this could be a very rough sort of build that I'm going to be doing, but I'm just interested in seeing how it goes. I'm just going to take the leaves away and leave the stumps of the trees, and I guess because at some point I'll go back for the wood. But yeah, as I said, this is such a rogue build that I'm looking for. I don't even know where to really start, and that's why I was looking for some like examples to help. But I think I just want to build the base outline, and then we can get back more into it another time. Alright, let's just chop down some of these leaves. There we go. So I think this could look quite cool. We want the oak ones only though. Perfect. Okay. Pick up all of that. Alright, so see, that's already given us so much. I'm just going to continue doing it. Because I just want to build the perimeter around the little garden that we're going to make. Ooh, okay, I just had another idea too, which could be cool. I'm thinking now of maybe we put like stone. So, alright, that doesn't actually matter. So there, right, I'm thinking we do a wall of these leaves, and then on the outside of that we put like one of those stone walls that goes around it, and then maybe we do the same on the inside, but I right now just thinking about the outside. And I also just have to decide how big I want it to be. Okay, we are getting some mixed leaves now. so I'm not going to take all of these. Okay, and then these ones can just go onto the ground. Let me go assassinate some more of these trees. This is actually fun because I actually just left the leaves for a bunch of these trees. So I'm really just cleaning things up if you think about it. Okay, we've lost one shear already. Okay, I don't think there can be much more here. Just trimming everything. Now I am warning you, it's going to get very loud outside. But it shouldn't be that long. Okay. Wow, I left like so many leaves here just. Jump up, grab those two. Alright. Okay. So this should be plenty of leaves to do whatever we're wanting. So I want to build this up to be quite high, I think. And just bring on these oak leaves. Head back to base. Alright, so clear this bit out. So what I'm thinking about doing, okay, I need to figure out how wide I actually want to make this, because I think we'll come and start the actual garden out here. So if we have a by 3, or am I lined up? Okay, there we go. And I think we start the garden like around here. That would mean I kind of like want, wait, I'm gonna lose 2, but that's okay. So then we go like there, and then what would end up being here. So I need to get a lot of dirt to fill in this whole area here. So we're gonna go to sleep and then just work on getting the dirt. Let's see what we can do. And I'm thinking we go, I think it is gonna be a cobblestone, like this pathway around the area. I just need to figure out how I actually want the signs to be put down. Because I think let's go check out down here quickly. I want to check out the wall. So we'll go, oh, we could go andesite. Cobblestone wall, andesite doesn't look that nice. Diorite could look cool. How much diorite do I have? We don't even have that much andesite. I have no diorite. So I guess we'll have to go cobblestone wall. So I'll need a lot of cobblestone. But first off, I need to get a lot of dirt. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make a bunch of shovels. So much fun, so much fun. Smelted ores, I'm just gonna rip through my iron nowadays. Okay, let's make 5 shovels. Because shovels, first of all, always something that you may need, but yeah, it's always good to have them. Alright, so, and then I need to find a spot to go get this dirt. Where can we mine into? Where can our dirt mines be located? I'm thinking out here. This would be a good spot. You see, I don't love that this whole area is just like on top of a huge cave, because it just means that everything that we do is like there's so like we're quite literally just over hollow ground. So I can only dig so deep. It's not as much fun. See, this is all plains, so that was kind of my problem. I want to go far enough from the base so I'm not actively picking up any dirt in the way. But I don't want to go. I just don't want to like mess up the environment. Then I also want to get. I should have made some pickaxes as well, because I need to get some. I need to get some stone at some point. But again, this is a huge cave below, so I can't even really go mining down here. I might just have to use my actual mines to do this, or to get the stone. There's the pillager outpost and some sort of ocean here. I actually haven't really explored this spot. Oh well, I think let's just start getting some dirt. I need to get a lot of it. I guess my goal is I didn't mean to waste that. I guess my goal is to actually just get so much dirt that all my shovels break, and that way I just have so much time and so much space to fill things in. Because I often feel in Minecraft that once you always underestimate, I always underestimate how many blocks it actually takes to fill up a hole. Like, I will always underestimate it. So I think this is actually really valuable. I just want to get as many blocks as I possibly can. I just worry that I'm gonna run out of inventory space. Alright, that's one shovel done. Let's move on to the next. Hey, cow. Okay, let's just keep digging down. Wait, my inventory's full. I can get rid of the seeds. Pick up what dirt's left, and then I guess I can go deposit it. Wait, I have so much dirt. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot. I have like a whole chest full of dirt. Okay, well that was like a complete waste of time. I just need stone is like the one thing, and I need to like actually get stone. Like really, really get stone. Because stone is like such I so often need it. So I really just need to like, in this episode, go crazy, or this live stream go crazy in getting stone. Let's see though. Alright, so I'll head back because I don't think. No! That's fine actually, because I can just do that. It'll grow eventually because I don't have a chest. I really need a chest. So let's head back home, grab a chest, and we can move on. Okay. See, this is how much wood that or how much dirt that I have. It's insane. So I just need a bit of wood to. I guess I'll just do like that. Give myself 9. Even though it's not 9. Throw that out, and I can put the wood back. Pick this up. All right, let's go put the chest outside. And I could also harvest my farm in a bit. I haven't done that in a while. I'm just a little preoccupied. And then I'm thinking, so I think I want to do an arch into the place. And then I want it to be, so like this can be an arch as we enter. And then once you enter into the arch, I don't want it to be possible to see anything else outside of this. Like nothing else except for the sky. You can't see that. No trees in the background. Just want to make it feel like you're completely in that sort of garden. And then I'll just put the chest there. Put dirt and leaves away. Shears. A few shovels. I'll keep one on me still. And then I just want to come up to here. Because then we can start putting the stone down. Perfect. So then we can, because what I want to do is I want to put the stone down from here. So this would be stone, and we'll create this like 3 stone way into the garden. So we're going to clear this whole section out and then level it. And I don't really know how wide it should be. I don't know. I want it to be pretty wide though. And then I think what I'm going to do is make this maybe like 5 long for the overhead hedge. And then just go 1 more up and then over. So that way it's like, it gives us a bit of space as you walk into the actual area. So that's another day done. Oh wait, and then hold on. F3 and F6. Oh, F3 plus F6. This gives me... There we go. Okay. So, what do I want? I want the day count. Day count. Day count's off. I want it in the overlay. Done. Okay. F3. Where's the day count? Day count. Okay, I don't see the day count. Great. Is it this number here? Oh, day 196. I've spent 196 days in this. Crazy. So crazy. Alright, let's hit to bed. And then the next day we're just going to be in the mines, getting as much cobblestone as possible. I don't even know if it's best to go into the mines. I have no clue what the best method of getting... maybe it's just heading into the ravine that's right there. As I said, I just want to get as much cobblestone as humanly possible. So I do want to somewhat clean up my inventory just a little bit. Put the dirt away, and then I do want to get... I'm going to make another chest to make our big chest bigger. So I'll just make another one of these. Put the wood away. And then I want to make like a ton of pickaxes. But I'm just going to take the iron with me. Because I don't think I actually... What pickaxes do I have? Yeah, I've got 1 iron pickaxe. And I don't want... Obviously, I'm not going to use my diamond for this. Because this is such a... Diamonds are still a important and rare resource for me. At the moment. And I don't want to waste them on just harvesting cobblestone. So That's my thinking there. But I do want to make some. So, okay. So that's that. I do have one pickaxe. I'm gonna make 3 more. I'll need 3 more at a minimum. Oh, and then, okay, I put way too much in there, but that's fine. Perfect. Okay. Oh wait, I can just put the shovels away. And then, perfect. Alright. Now I just need to find a spot to start picking up this cobblestone. This one I've worked in this one in the past. I'm thinking it's probably the one to go to again. I don't even want to go that far, just right here. Just start digging. As I say though, this is the hardest. This is the most annoying resource, but also like cobblestone is insanely useful, and it is going to be useful long term as well. Because again, I talk about this like almost all the time, but my ultimate goal in this is to build a humongous castle, and it's going to be cobblestone. Mostly cobblestone and spruce wood is what I'm hoping to do. So when you think about how much stone is going to be needed for that, it's insane. It's an insane amount of stone. So yeah, let's just see what happens. But I guess I don't even really want to think about having to mine all of that. Yeah, it's not even worth thinking about. But my ultimate goal for this thing is I want to create like a big world with like and kind of like a fantasy world in a way. I want to have like access and like different things marked off on maps, and like I want to have like a set of mountains that are specifically used for mining, and then I'll make a base there as well, and then I'll name it and have villages there and like so on. And then I want to have like my main castle, which should be in the middle of the world roughly. I don't know where it's going to be, but that would be my hope. And then this area is already named, to most of it at least. I just don't have, obviously this sort, and obviously coal is always good to get, so I'm just going to get that while I'm doing this. This whole area though, this hub of my world, is not really going to be used in the future. I imagine it's going to be more, well, I think this is just going to be more of like the starting historic area, because the ultimate, obviously, I've actually, from survival, I've never beaten the Ender Dragon. It's just never been something that I've done. And I've played Minecraft for over a decade. I've grown up on this game. It's just never something that I would do, because when I was younger, really young, I would just do creative, because survival was never interesting to me. I just wanted to build fun things, and that's what I did. And then as I got a bit older, it didn't turn into a phase of like, oh, let's do like hardcore, let's do survival. I'm not even sure hardcore was in the game at that time, but it was more of like, at that, when I got a bit older, I just wanted to play on the servers, and I would just play like Egg Wars with friends and like Mineplex all the time, stuff like that. So that was my original experience of Minecraft. And then when I came back now, and then I had done a couple survival worlds before, but they didn't like last much longer than a week or two, a few weeks. And then so I never got the chance to beat the Ender Dragon, and now I'm doing that. But I've been playing this world now for almost 200 days in game, and in real life for over a year, and I've not made a ton of progress. But ultimately, right, it'd be beat the Ender Dragon, then we'd move forward, and well, I don't know what's next after the Ender Dragon. After the Ender Dragon, it's obviously, then I want to beat all the bosses in the game, and then I want to build the castle and build out the world, and then I just like, this can just be my forever world. And if I'm, obviously I have no clue how long I'm gonna post videos for. I think, jeez, look how like little stone we've actually got. It's insane. I just want to fill this in so that way. Okay. Alright. So obviously my forever world, for as long as I'm making videos, and I don't know how long I'm actually going to be making these videos and live streams, but I would, if I'm like planning on it being something that I do for the foreseeable future, then this world will always just occasionally get videos for, you know, for years to come. Even if we win, like within the next year, we could complete the game and defeat the major bosses and beat the Ender Dragon. But then I'll obviously still be exploring the new updates that come out, as well as just building that castle and developing the world and adding to it. So for now, in case you missed my latest video, MSS is going to be uploaded every Monday, which is, so that's just the way that it's going forward now. Rather than being in a random schedule or sometimes having multiple videos in a week, it's just going to be once a week, every Monday. And I think partly that keeps my interest in the series renewed, because I think I oftentimes with this specific series, I go through phases of interest where I will have a run where I can't wait to play. I'll play it a bunch, love the videos, but then there's other times where it's like, okay, I don't really know where to go from here, and it's not as much fun. But now, only posting once a week, this series once a week, that just means that I think it just makes it easier, if that kind of somewhat makes sense. As in, because then I also record in batches, so like I would record MSS like once a month in a batch, because you have 4 videos at one time you could do, and then that's just once a month. So that's also like a part of it, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just waffling now. Just gonna start mining more. See, look how much, like, okay, I'm getting a decent amount of stone. But it's just such a jarring task. So jarring. I think it's time to call it a night. We'll just head up on our little water buckets. Alright, and head right on back to our base. Call it a day. Get back, I'm ready to mine more tomorrow. See, it's just such a heavy price for the stone. It's not even like wood. It'd be nice if it was like wood, where you break the wood and then it like multiplies so much. Let me sleep, please. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, let's get right back out there. So much more mining to do. So much fun. Alright, and then just go like that. And then I think after one more day of this, finish these 2 pickaxes off, then I think we'll be good to go. go. Alright. Back to the mining, same spot. It's raining. Good thing we've carved ourselves out this little hut here, so that way we can just stay nice and dry as we mine. I think we're making some decent progress. Yeah, okay. This isn't that bad of a haul, and hopefully this stuff lasts me a long time. so close. We're so close. Come on. Okay, maybe I'm just wasting it. My final bits of this on. I might use my diamond pickaxe to just get some more. As long as I'm not putting too much wear into it. But it's kind of what this is like meant for, and it'll go by faster. Okay. Yes, come on. How fast does this deteriorate? Okay, it's lasting a fair amount longer. I think it has unbreaking on it, right? Yeah. And an efficiency too. It's elite. Yeah, this is moving crazy in terms of durability. Wait, where did that... Ah, I'm not sure where the coal came from. Okay, that's got to be it. Yep, alright, perfect. Let's get out of here. Let's get on out of here. Head on home. Sleep again. Let me clear my inventory first, and then we can... Oh wait, let me get my water as well. Perfect. Come right back here. See, the zombies that are like right under there are so jarring. Alright. Put away all of this cobblestone. We got so much. Okay. And then I think I'm alright in terms of... Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to make 2 pickaxes. Actually, no, I have my diamond. Wait, what's this? An efficiency 2 iron? I could have used that, saved a bit of time. That's fine. Head right down here. Okay. Into the house. Can't sleep yet. That's okay. I'm just gonna fill up my inventory with dirt, and then put away my ores. Half my coal away. The rest, that's got 9, 2. Put a few more in there. Put a few more in there. Put a few more in there. Then just put the rest in there. Alright. Then what else do I have? So I want to get my dirt now. So much dirt. So much dirt. Alright, perfect. Now we can just head on to bed. Okay. So now we can hopefully actually start getting to the building process. And I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to build out now. We've got the supplies, which is good. I'm thinking maybe... I'm thinking maybe we just do the landscaping and then call it there. Because I want to save some of the stuff for the actual video that I do, because I don't think I'm going to finish it today. And I want to make a video on it, so I was thinking the video might be the reveal, but I think it's taking a bit longer than I thought it might. Alright, anyway, so this bit's going to be cobblestone, so that's fine. But this right here is not. Okay, and now I need to figure out how far out we want to make this go. I'm thinking 25 blocks. So if I head back to the chest, go like this, let me say 25 blocks. So that will go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's our 25th, and go like that. So that's how far on this side we're going to set it out to be. And then on this side, oh, I need to even to this hill. I didn't really want to even to this hill because this hill's so nice. But I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Also, this is gonna be 3 high. A 3 high hedge. So then this one's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't have a shovel. Get rid of the dirt. 13, because actually no, I have to get rid of. I'll just plant the flower. There we go. All right. Wait, how much is that? That's just 1. Okay. 13. That was 13, right? I have to check. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I should just get onto it. What am I doing? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then like that. Okay. I think I'm gonna need a lot more leaves. That's okay. Alright, and then let me quickly move here. Alright. Didn't want that. Go away. Alright, perfect. So that's how wide our hedge is going to be. And then this one's obviously gonna go up like that as well. So I need to clear out everything in that realm. And then this one's gonna have to be double this length. So approximately 20. This is gonna be so massive. That's what I want though. I want this to be big, and I don't want to shy away from a big build because that's not who I am. In fact, that's exactly who I am. I always shy away from big builds. I want to make this a big build because okay, wait, it's spooky down here. I'll be happy to cover that place up. I want to make this a big build because I want this to feel extremely unique and special. I also probably have to worry about mobs spawning down here like that because I don't want them making sounds within my garden. So I'll have to figure that out. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Put that as our sort of marker, and then we go 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's our next marker. So, because this is going to be kind of like a walkway area to make this a rectangle. So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, we're in the forest. So that's 20. I know I could just be leaving that, but it's fine. 20, and then I'm going to break these as well. Now I got to count again. No. Okay, that's 3. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's what I thought. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then that could be the marker, and then we have to go the same way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, wait, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Sorry, Piggy, you gotta move slightly, Pigster. Thank you very much. So 25. This is gonna be the middle section, and then the next. Yeah. Wait, why does that not line up? Huh. It's supposed to line up a bit, but I think it's okay. I'll just remove this bit to be shuffled over one. So like that and that. Perfect. That lines up. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Alright, and then, so then we've got to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually, let me just break that out. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Another pillar. Oh, look at the cute little sea turtle. No eggs anywhere near. I've actually never, I don't know if I've ever seen turtle eggs anywhere, ever. Like, they're just never anywhere. I don't even know if they exist. I'm pretty certain that they do, but I've never seen them. I don't know why the turtles don't. Too bad I can't feed them. Can I, like? No, I can't feed them, unfortunately. Okay, and then now we're just. Okay, well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 1, 2, 3, and that should line up there. Perfect. And now we can just finish this out to into here, wherever this is. Wait, hold on. No, this is one over. I messed up somewhere again. Okay, it's fine. It's so marginal, right? It's not going to make a big difference. Okay, and I'll just put it like that. Alright, perfect. So that's our, let me head up to the top of the tower just to make certain that it looks even. Wait, where's Nether Chicken? Nether Chicken? Where's Nether Chicken gone? Has Nether Chicken gone into the Nether? I guess Nether Chicken's gone into the Nether. Huh. Okay. Alright, I mean, it looks fine. I don't think it's like crazy difference. I think it'll be a cool garden. Alright, let's head to bed. And then I just want to like do the bare minimum in terms of setting it up. So that way I can actually decorate it in the proper episode. This is kind of just like a setup for it, because I figured the landscaping is the worst bit. Hey Forever, how are you doing? So in case what you've missed is I'm building a garden over there, and inside the garden I want it to kind of be like this, its own like fantasy sort of private area. Oop, close the door. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up different signs, and throughout the series viewers and commenters, I'm gonna put their name throughout the garden, so your name will be in the garden if you so wish it to be, and then that way there's a legacy there within the world. So no matter, maybe like in 3 years for instance, all of these early videos on the world, people who have viewed this and commented on it will have a internal legacy within the world. So I'm not going to finish it today, but we're going to be pretty close with what we're doing. I'm just doing the landscaping right now, and then I'll have an actual video out next Monday. Oh, creepers. Okay, I'll handle the creepers now. I'll have an actual video out next Monday going over and actually decorating it and putting maybe some of the first names in and stuff like that. There's a second creeper. Oh, no, and I lost the gunpowder. Just put a giant hole in my building too. Mine's been good as well. It's been a good day. Just a normal day, really. It's good to get back into this world as well. It's the first time I've really played it in a while. So I've been getting a ton of stone for this build, which has not been a lot of fun, but it's okay. So we need to just clear everything out here. I'm a bit upset that I'm building into that wall, because I quite liked... Hold on. Was that a pigman? That sounded like a pigman. I guess not. Must have just been a pig. It must have just been the pig. It just sounded like there's a piglin, but we'll come back to it. So I need to clear this whole section out. Anything inside of these lines is going to be cleared and even. And as I said, I'm just trying to set myself up with the easiest way of decorating it in the actual video, because otherwise I'm not going to be focused on decorating it and just be annoyed at how big of a build it is. Okay, perfect. And I can just clear this out. We're going to level it all, and then just put in the basic flooring, I think, the basic paths. And I'll need to get some leaves. I guess I'll finish the exterior of it. Yeah. I think I'll finish the outside walls of this build. I'm just gonna... there are gonna be so many trees right there without the wood and just the leaves, which is normally the opposite of what happens to the trees, but I'll get the wood at some point. I might be better off enchanting these shovels as well. I do also want to use the flowers though in the actual build, although I don't think they'll be in the rough outline that I'm building, but within the actual build, the plan is to set up several different sort of sections based on like the trees that I've got. So like there'll be a cherry blossom section and an oak. Well, I have plenty of oak. What am I talking about? A birch section. So I'm gonna set that stuff all up. And then I want to put like maybe like a... Ooh. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull out for a second, because I showed this a little earlier in the stream, but I want to look at these again. So here, right, with the cool ideas, all of these cool ideas for what we can do. Oh, this would be cool. Put a giant tree in the middle. That could be really, really cool. I really like that idea. But I also like the idea, maybe we can... Now I'm like Now I'm getting so many ideas. I love the idea of sort of this. Oh, that's really cool. Man, there's so many things that we can do. I guess I'm just. I've never built a custom tree that I can remember, which is the thing. Like, so this would be my first build. But I'm kind of adamant that I want to be ambitious with my buildings, because otherwise I'm not going to get better if I'm not building anything. And I would love it to go as like a progression thing throughout the series. So let's say I play this world for another 5 years, right? Random number, but I want to be able to like come back and look at the earlier parts of the world, like this where I'm currently at, and see what my building was like and see the progress that I made, hopefully that I make. So I'm all for giving this a go of building a giant tree in the middle. That could be quite cool. But I saw a picture earlier. I saw one earlier that had like a river running through the middle and had like a little bridge, like a koi pond area. But I really like this. This is cool. And if we can, that would be humongous though. What else is there? See, well, no, that's not actually what I was going for. But I basically want the garden to feel like once you're inside of it, that's like the entire world in a way. Okay, so kind of like this. This is a different picture, but like that's really cool. I like that idea of like having the river and then a little bridge in the middle. But I kind of like the idea more of having... Okay, this was the one I looked at earlier. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? It's a completely different picture. I like the idea... See, this is so beautiful. It's okay, there's the quality. It's so beautiful, but I'd love to build the custom tree. I think that's where I'm going now. But I think that might be... That's ambitious. That's really ambitious. But I think I'm going to do that in the actual episode. Because then I can spend a few episodes actually just working on the viewer garden. But that's kind of the rough idea that I'm going for. But I really like... I like some of these pictures a lot. This one in particular. Alright, well, let's head back. So that's all I'm doing now is I'm just clearing out the middle, setting up the outside walls, because at least that way these can be done, and then I can just take whatever I have in the inside and build whatever. So, there goes my only shovel. So it's kind of annoying. Get right back into it. Yeah, it is a bit of a big project. Yeah, I'm thinking about... Yeah, I think it's definitely one that... My plan was... This is my problem. I normally underestimate how long it takes to do things. My plan for this project was like, oh, this is such a sick idea. I'm going to build this whole garden in a live stream, and then I'll do a video sort of like introduction to it. So I need to figure out, maybe I just live stream again, like on Sunday, where that could work, and then I could do the video. I can make the video on it as well. Things to think about. But I'm thinking this could definitely be a several episode thing. And I've kind of been looking for a big project too, to be honest with you. I feel like a lot of the world has just been... I've been scraping by recently in the series. That was my last... No, actually, the last like big project I had was the walls around the village. And the map room. The map room was quite cool. But this could definitely be my next big project. I don't want to rush it though either, so it might take a bit. See, I really loved the idea of making like a reveal video, and then yeah. So the castle idea is definitely in the future. I think that one's like, that's down the road, but I still it's definitely what I still want to do. I just don't know. I almost feel like I want to beat the game in this settlement, and then the castle's like after I beat the Ender Dragon, which I actually maybe I'm underestimating myself. I think the goal is obviously I want to take everything at my own pace, or do everything at my own pace, and I don't want to rush anything. But I think I could beat the Ender Dragon in the next 50 episodes. I think it's possible, especially like, oh, that might be my goal. I think episode 100. Imagine taking on the Ender Dragon episode 100. I think that's the goal. I'm happy that I set myself that goal now, because I can actually structure the series without just randomly doing stuff. I can structure it in a progressive way like that. The garden, though, I just love the idea of, and maybe this is just like a live stream project that I do like this right now, because I love the idea of just randomly coming back to it when it's complete. That could be quite cool. Alright, let me just... So what I think I'm actually going to do, I think I'm going to make a video on it for this upcoming Monday. And then after that, I'm just going to work on it either off camera or on live streams like this. And that way I can get the reveal video, but then also have like another video actively working on it. And then I'll do other stuff for the other videos in the meantime. That's my rough thinking, at least. Okay. I do need, yeah, this whole area needs to be cleared out. But it's, I don't know, it's come along alright, I'll be honest. I just need to clear out all of these weeds. That's actually a great point. I didn't even think of that. That's actually a fantastic point. Thank you so much. I realize that's not really what I was supposed to do. There we go. Yeah, that's such a good point. Whack them all out right like that. We'll go to bed and then I guess, actually I'll just put another one. Another cheeky one down like that. Alright, and just break those. Alright. She's just so much stuff. This bit's gonna be the hardest bit to fill in. I don't know how excited I am about the filling in, to be honest with you. I just really hope that I haven't underestimated how much material it's gonna take to fill that in. Because that's gonna take, I think it will take a decent amount of dirt. Okay, so I think we started this project, or I started this live stream around day 196. What day is it now? 201. So it's been 5 days. Wait, is that now or? Yeah, it's now. Okay. I think I think I actually started on 195. I just checked it at 196. All right, let's get back to work. Oh, yeah, that's such a like. Well, it could be if you. Hopefully, you flooded your field. Well, you said accidentally, but I assume it wasn't your farm or like designed that way. Oh wait, everything just disappeared. Okay, I don't mind things disappearing, to be honest. That's not the end of the world. Except all the flowers that I missed. That's a shame. I was gonna pick those up. Okay. Well, okay, almost all of this is, and then actually I want to put some cobblestone down and put these away, just so I can like mentally see where the cobblestone's supposed to go. Because my rough idea, and the way that I'm just going to do this as I'm structuring it now, is to put the cobblestone out like this. And then I'm just gonna have that go into the center. So then it's just gonna be grass and then cobblestone. And then this is gonna be an arch that I make, which will go a bit deeper. But other than that, this is just the bare basics of the world. And I'll just start filling some of this stuff in. I'm gonna fill this bit in too, because I don't want it to really feel. Oh, let's just head like here. Ah, come on. It's like the most annoying bit about placing blocks is that you need to like get into the flow of it. See, this is the bit that I'm actually like I'm least excited for building out or building into. Just cleaning up this whole cave system. Oh, I can't get up. Great. Oh my days. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, there we go. Alright, give me a second. Alright, so what I'm not wanting to do is okay. Actually wait, hold on. That's fine. I don't know, where's he gone? I'm gonna have to go clean out all of the mobs down there. Can I just knock them off? No, I can't. Alright, heading on down. Okay, that's fine. Because I just don't want mobs spawning down here. And then, so I'll just put some, I'll put some torches down just so they're not actively spawning right under the garden. Because I feel like that's the worst thing in the world when mobs, they're underneath the base. And I want the garden to feel like a peaceful place. So I don't want a zombie moaning in your ear the entire time. What is this? Like, okay, anything could have been. Okay, this is fine. This is nice. I could just, you know what? I'm gonna get some iron. May as well. I know there's stuff up there as well, but it is okay. Wow, I'm struggling with parkour today. Alrighty. Okay, I don't think anything can really spawn too much further up, so I feel like I'm good to just leave it. And then I feel like this section. Okay, I need to head up there. Yeah, I don't want to flood my torch, so I need to figure out how to get there. Otherwise, I feel like this whole section's like, I don't think anything causing any problems spawning in here. So it's just this bit directly, this little like cavern area, it looks like. Okay, so I can just go right here. And then this bit right there is where. No, okay. That was almost quite bad, but we're good. I should have just climbed up this one in the first place. Alright, and then I just want to put a couple torches down. And that whole section right there. This right here. Oh, okay. As I said, I'm struggling with the parkour today. Head right back up. Jump across. Run around. Okay, there we go. Alright. This is just where I wanted to put it. Just make sure that I have enough light down and around. Okay, we're just good to go. Alright, nice. I think that should stop any mobs from directly spawning in there. Hi, Bittersweet. How are you doing today? Oh. Okay. Get right back up here. Alright, so. Alright. I need more leaves. Okay. And then this bit, this actually shouldn't be that bad to fill in these areas and to clear this part out. It's really just this little ravine area. Because I also want to make it look not terrible. Alright, so let us... Actually, wait, we have the dirt. I can just start actually filling things out. And then I just want the iron pickaxe to take down the tree. Iron axe, it's not a pickaxe. And then, so I guess we just move from left to right. But I'm going to leave this section off. I'm just going to make a line here. And then we will fill it up to this line. And then afterwards I'll deal with this chaos on the side. Okay, now. Yeah, I'm hoping there's going to be a water feature in the garden. I'm not entirely certain, as I said yet, what I want to do about, like, what the actual style I want to do. My initial thinking was I was just going to keep it somewhat tame and have like a little, oh, maybe the picture will stay with us, but we'll see. I was thinking of maybe just putting like a little, like maybe a little river meandering through here and then a bridge in the middle. But now, when I looked at that big picture of having that super custom overgrown tree, I'm thinking we'll tie that into this somehow. I just need to figure out when I'm designing it, how I want it to feel. Basically, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to make this garden like a big magical forest sort of area, but I want it to be contained within these hedges. So when you're outside of this, if you're walking around here, you'll obviously see the big trees on the outside of the wall here, but you won't see into the physical forest and garden. And then once you enter through this little hedged area, you'll walk into this big, dark, magical garden fantasy sort of area. And that's the style that I'm thinking about going for now, where it's actually custom built rather than just planting trees. So I'm making this a crazier and crazier build than my original outlines for it. But that's my thinking now as to what I want it to be. And my chat keeps disconnecting, so sorry about if I miss anything. Alright, let's head to bed. Oh, can't go to bed yet. There we go. Alright. And I want it to feel like once you're in the garden, that like you're lost from the outside world. If that makes any sense. I want it to feel like it's its own unique space, which is probably going to be harder said than done, because I don't know really how to stop mobs from spawning, unless it was mushroom. but it's not a mushroom biome. So I need to look into that, figure out how that can unfold. Like, that would have been cool if I could have built it in a mushroom biome. Maybe that's what I do in the future for this. But okay, my kind of thinking then for the future when I do this build is, because I'm gonna make another garden like this, I guess, in my forever home. And so if I built that huge castle, then the thinking would be to put this inside the castle walls, maybe next to the castle. I don't know, I would figure something out. Maybe we have like a magical forest that's nearby, something like that. We would figure it out. Okay, so that's that section done. Now I just need to fill this bit all in. Didn't I destroy this, or is this just gonna grow? Yeah, thank you, Bittersweet. And if you guys have any suggestions, I will happily listen to them. I can't promise I'll take them, because to be honest with you, I don't even know exactly what I'm going to do right now, but I'm all for suggestions. And then, Bittersweet, you may have missed it, but my idea is then I'm going to put signs or like little things with viewers and commenters' names on and subscribers' names on them throughout this forest or garden area. So that way, in the future, anybody who's currently watching, and obviously not directly this live stream because I'm not going to get up to that this time, a little bit of lag there, but anybody who's been watching the series along the way has commented on videos, both of you guys have been in the live stream, people like that, your names can then be attached eternally to this world for, well, for eternity, for as long as I have the world. And I just think it's a cool way to then acknowledge this level right now and people have been around at this current time. So I don't know, it's just a cool idea. I'm excited for this. I think this will be a fun project to build out on. Obviously this is the worst part. This bit right now is the worst part of it, because it is just it's non-stop building, man. It's non-stop building. Okay, I'm not gonna cover this whole thing in. It's not even building. I'm sorry, it's not building at all. It's like just land renovations, which is the worst part. It's going well. And then I'm just happy because once this bit is done, then I'll be free to actually build out my world. Oh, these I guess I can't clear the weeds. No, unfortunately I don't have a dog. The dog that barked, dog that was walking outside. Yeah, unfortunately the place I'm staying right now is pet free. Okay, let us but I need to get air. Almost forgot about that. Okay, I need to actually, let me kill off this stagnant water before I do anything else. Great. No! Wait, what happened to the pig? What happened to the raw pork chop? Oh no. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna have to bury the pork. Bury the pig, whatever it was. Am I a dog or a cat person? You know, I think I've always... Okay, this is a rare opinion. Not rare, it's just an unpopular opinion. I've never been much of a pet person. I'll preface that. That doesn't mean I don't like pets, but I've never been personally much of a pet person. That being said, when it comes to dogs and cats, I've always been more dog than cat, but I've actually recently found myself being a little more of a cat person. recently. I think it's still, or becoming more of a cat person. I think I'm still more into dogs, but I can now see why people love cats, if that makes sense. Alright, it's starting to look a bit nicer now that everything's okay. I'm actually somehow gonna need more dirt. And I get it. As I was saying, I now understand why people like cats. I think I do. But beforehand, yeah, I was never even into cats before. I would have never entertained the idea of having a cat like 5 years ago. But nowadays, I could get behind it. Okay, I swear if I should be fine on dirt. I have more stored away as well. But as I was, it's like, it requires so many blocks to fill in areas that you, like, yeah, it's just beyond crazy. Okay. And I always underestimate how much dirt is actually going to be needed. So I just want to go like that. Yeah. Well, what are you forever? Are you a dog or a cat person? Alright, let's get some more dirt. Jesus, is such a huge spot we're gonna have to fill in, and I don't know how much I want to fill it in. Okay, no, yeah, we are sorted on dirt. Look at that. I also have to put my pigs together, but I've forgotten their names. They used to have names. Yeah, I understand that forever. And it's a, oh wait, chickens. Okay, let's see if we get any chickens. Yeah, so I may also start, oh, no chickens, unfortunately. I may also be heading down the path of liking cats more, because my interest in either of them, like dogs has kind of stayed the same recently. Cats has gone up. So you never know, maybe in a few years it will be, maybe I'll be a complete cat person. I guess also I've never had a cat, so I've never actually had a dog either, to be honest with you, and that is going to be why I'm not like an overly big pet person, because I've just never had either. I did have fish when I was little, but fish are obviously, there's only so much you can do with them. But like I grew up around dogs, like everyone I knew had dogs, but nobody really had cats, so I've always been around dogs more than I have cats. So I think that's where my natural affection, jeez, it's another day already. That's where I think my natural affection for dogs comes from, whereas cats, it's been less exposure, so it's less of an understanding and familiarity with them. But as I said, I've warmed up to the idea of cats, and I understand it now. Okay. Alright, this section's not looking too bad. I'm just gonna have to, as I said, I'll have to clear up the weeds and everything later on, because they just keep coming back, so that's that. Yeah, fish, I mean, I don't know if I would even count them. They're fun, but there's no, as I said, well, you can't really do much. Just watch them swim around. And the fish that I always had, they never lasted like Actually, okay, I take that all back. So when I was very little, I got, what are like the carnival fish, the fair fish. Those died instantly, the little goldfish, which is so sad. I'm not even sure if they're actually goldfish. I think you just call them that, but they're not literal goldfish. And then, why do I keep? It's because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. And so I had one of those, and then those died, and then I got more, and then those died as well. And that wasn't like I was taking great care of them and like feeding them properly, but they're normally quite sick and have short life expectancies, and they're not the best fish to get, which is unfortunate. But it is a bit crazy that you like those are even handed out at carnivals. I'm not sure if they do that anymore, because I think people have wisened up to it. But like, it's actually mental when you think about. You used to just go to a carnival game. And I was young. I was like 7 years old at this time, maybe even younger than that. And actually, definitely, I was like 4 or 5 at this time. And they hand a 4 or 5-year-old. Yeah, it is something that happens with all pets. It's unfortunate. So you gotta enjoy the good times when you have them. But you would expect them to last. You expect the pet to last longer. But you would get. So I would get these like. Yeah, it's just crazy. You would go to a carnival, you win a game, and they hand you a goldfish. It's a bit crazy when you think about it. And so that happened to me a few times, and I loved the fish when I had it. I was devastated when it died because I was young as well, so it was unfortunate. I held a fish funeral for my first goldfish that passed away, and then after that, my parents decided, because I liked the fish so much, that, and we had the tank and everything now because we had just had the goldfish. It was like, oh yeah, let's actually get real fish. So we got the real fish, and then we moved away. So we gave the fish to a family that lived down the road from us. And the good news is, my mom called me the other week, or told me a couple weeks ago, that she had spoken to the family, the mother of the family that lived down the road, that had taken in the fish, and the fish are still living. And that was over a decade ago that we gave them away. So the fish, they lasted a long time, but my experience with them was never that long. They were all short living. So maybe it was just me. Maybe I was the problem. But I'm glad that they have had a solid life, it seems like. Alright, come on, we're so close. We're so close. I'm gonna have to get more leaves as well. Because my idea for this was, I was thinking make it 3 high, but I might have to make it 4 or 5. And then the other idea is to put a cobblestone wall on this end, so like right in front of that, right there. That's just my thinking. And then that's kind of what I want to do. I want to just finish up the inside here and get the outside, the cobblestone wall, and then all of the leaves the right height, and then I'm calling it a day. That way I'm just setting myself up to be at the right sort of. That way I've set everything up so that when I come back to work on the actual garden inside here, I don't have to worry about any of this like land setup. So I'm getting the brute work out of the way now. Alright, this whole side is done. And thanks for the water bucket tip, because that will forever, that's going to help tremendously, because I didn't know that. And now inside here, once I'm ready to actually clear this all out, because right now it looks like they just spawn in again. Oh, come on. So much. I can actually just get rid of this. Now I don't have to keep moving dirt into my inventory as much. Okay. And dirt. Okay, oh no, this is the challenging part. Okay, wait, let me actually, I'm just gonna clear out this tree first, so that way this whole section out here is done. Actually, those leaves will just disappear naturally, so I could just take shears to them. Don't really have shears. I do have shears, but they're just so low durability, and I don't really want to break that pair. What's the way about going around this? As I said, I don't want to go too deep in my cover up. Wait, hold on. What is? Can mobs are gonna spawn in there? I have to put a torch down there too. Just right here. Wait, where? Mobs gonna spawn in there too. No. Okay, I've got like significant work here that I have to do. Okay, let's bridge over here. Alright. Okay. And then. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly where the mobs would spawn. How did I miss this? I swear that I put torches around here, but I just missed this entire... I went down there and lit everything up and then missed the only 2 caves that are actually gonna, like, have any impact. And then, so I think also, let's just also... if I fill in... oh, man, this is gonna be, like, a lot, but... I'm thinking... no, I don't need to go this low. I don't need to fill it up this much. Just bridge here. And then at some point I can always come back and make it look nicer. Yeah, this is like the meta for mob spawning. And I know you don't have to put that many torches close together. It's just the animals look like something's bothering them. They sound like that at least. Okay. Let's head up a bit. I'm thinking we just plug it off from this level, like right here. Oh, the pigs are... is that the same pig from before? It is, isn't it? He's a cave pig now, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna plug this water up. Okay. That should make this bit a little easier. It's... what kind of music do I listen to? Ooh, actually, forever, I'm interested in yours as well, but bittersweet K-pop. Yeah, I mean, you do you. I think, you know, I'm just gonna preface this and say, I actually think music taste, I love how everybody has different tastes in music. It's such a cool, like, part about being human is being able to, like, develop your own opinions on things and how we all have different tastes and everything. It's so cool that we're not just like, she said skeleton, she's having the time of his life down there. It's so cool that we don't have like carbon copy thoughts and processes on everything. So I actually think it's so I think that concept is so cool. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent there. K-pop, K-pop, I could give K-pop a listen. It's got some pretty cool songs out there, but I'm more of a I personally like more of like alternative or indie music and a bit of rock. But I've been listening to a ton of Noah Khan recently. I went to one of his concerts not too long ago with some family, and that was the first time I'd ever heard his music, and I actually really enjoyed it. So right now, top artist is Noah Khan. If you haven't heard him, highly recommend it. Okay, come on, just fill in this little bracket. Like, I'm gonna have to texture this so much because this is like, it's just a huge dirt wall. Actually, this is actually really easy to texture because I can just plug this bit up here. But it just looks so stupid, man. Alright, let's head back to bed. Head to bed once again. I don't think we'll be, I mean, I don't think we have that much work to do now. I feel like I've done most of it so far. And then, what day is it again? 2:03, so I've been playing for almost 10 days during this stream. Which is kind of crazy to think about. In theory, I've played, I'm soon going to have played a 20th of this entire world on this live stream. Which maybe isn't that crazy to think about. I don't know, it's just, the numbers are interesting. Oh, the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack, elite, top level. Is it the same sound? Okay, don't hate me. I haven't seen the live action movie. I've heard it's fantastic. I loved the original. I haven't seen the live action. I sometimes, with live action music or live action like remakes, I sometimes feel as if it can kind of hurt the movie and it's kind of just a bit of a cash grab. I've heard that the How to Train Your Dragon live action or just live remake, whatever it is. I've heard that's not the case with that movie and that it's actually just a great movie. So I should give it a watch at some point. But is that the same soundtrack? Does it have the same soundtrack as the animated movies, or is it? Sorry, it should be the same, I would think. No con. Checking out. No, I love orchestral music. Yeah. Yeah, orchestral music can be really good. Soundtracks in general can be really good. But yeah, Noah Khan, it's I'm actually surprised that you got the spelling for the second time around. I always call him Kahan because I feel like that's how it should be said, but obviously that's not how he says it. But yeah, I'll check him out. He's a pretty good artist. Apparently, his songs are quite sad though. So if you're not looking to be, if you're not looking to be depressed while listening to it, then maybe check something else out for that time. I think I don't use TikTok, but supposedly his music's big on TikTok. So if you've never heard of him and you're on TikTok, you probably recognize some of it. Jeez, I'm actually running out of dirt. It's just a bit crazy. I thought I had so much dirt. Alright. Actually, let me go get my dirt now, because this is coming along better than I thought. Somewhat better than I thought. It's not great. But the second I run out of dirt, I will be so depressed. I'll be so depressed when I run out of dirt. Especially if it's on this build. Because it's not fun harvesting dirt. And I have so much stored up. And I refuse to believe that filling that ravine sort of hole will use up all the dirt that I've collected over this series. Okay, yeah, I'm blessed when it comes to dirt. Perfect. Duel. See, that's like, I think they'll look quite nice when it's done. We'll see. just gonna start filling it in from down here. See, that's what I don't want to hear. I can hear the skeleton down there. Just a little bit. I'm not even sure you'll be able to hear it over the music. But I can just hear the skeleton a teensy little bit. And I don't want that to be what my sort of private, luscious garden sounds like. Is that lava too? It sounds like lava. That's definitely lava, right? If you can hear it. Actually, wait. Why would I break those? I have to fill this section in anyway. Okay, it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. This is like the most boring part of Minecraft. This is also why I'm live streaming it, because I was like, if I'm just recording it, then I'm just gonna be sitting here in dead silence, not thinking about anything. At least now it's. And then I'll have to. The worst bit is I'll watch it back in recording when I edit it. So that's in truth why I'm live streaming it. And it just wouldn't make a very good video. Filling in a huge hole of dirt. Come on. I guess the one good thing is I'm clearing up my storage chest that's just filled with dirt. Because I've used about half of the dirt so far, so that's a good thing. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely relaxing to an extent. I think the thing that I find most exciting about this is that I like dividing it into little sections and then filling them, and it's so like rewarding. And I guess it breaks the work up and makes it like go by a little, what feels like it's going by faster at least. Like I'll finish this little hole and then I'll come back and tidy over that one. And I finished that half earlier. Also, I'm thinking about making a new intro for this series. As in, I quite like I know the original one. I actually quite like the original one. And then I shortened it to have like a short version of it. And I'm debating about potentially making a new one. And then maybe making like one for every 50 episodes. I don't know. I just feel like we're entering a different phase of the series right now. So a new intro card might be good. I just don't, and also this section of the world's kind of like changed a bit. But I guess I should probably wait till I finish the garden if I was to redo that. We'll see. I kind of would just want it to be figured out before next Monday or this upcoming Monday, because that's when episode 51 comes out. And I would want that kind of, whatever I use in episode 51, I'm probably going to use that same style for 20 or so episodes. So we'll see. Yeah, that's the problem. The older one, or the long one, does get long after a while. And I feel like it's good to have it for a couple episodes, and then you do like a short abbreviation of it. And then I started like putting it in reverse, the ending of it, because I liked the sound that the song made in reverse. I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And it was short, but now I'm kind of thinking all I'm going to use, great, now I'm going to get wet. So much fun. Now what I'm thinking about using is I really like that, like the shot of the sunset and then Minecraft Survival Series. So I think I might just quite literally use like that 2-second clip at the end of like doo, where it then shows like the sunset in the title. At least that's what I might start with, and then I'll think about changing it later on. We will see. Oh, it sounds like it may have been thunder outside in real life, not in the game. It looks sunny outside, so I'm not sure. I have to knock out this as well. That's gonna be this. But knocking out this whole section is gonna be a bit jarring, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's kind of put this section up. Oh wait, should I? I guess I have to fill this in, don't I? Because I don't want it to be. Oh yeah, hold on. What am I doing? I can use the sand. I mean, at some point, it doesn't really matter how filled in this is. It's just that if I'm going to end up digging down in certain parts while I'm actually designing the inside of the garden, I want it to be dirt preferably, rather than having to then like deal with active like little water lake things and sand, and like it's just nice to have it all clear, but it's also a bit, it might not be worth like fully filling everything, because if I were to fill everything and like make it all dirt and then I'm not actually using a certain part of it, like the sand right there, if I don't dig lower than this dirt in that little section, then who cares if I replace the sand with dirt? It just might save me time if I do end up digging down there, if I replace it now. But maybe, yeah, I think I'm just waffling there. Alright, come on. This has been the longest part. We're so close. Even when I went mining for so much, like, stone, it didn't take this long. It's looking pretty good so far. There's a motorbike going by. It's not even a motorbike. It's one of those, like... Oh, I've forgotten what they're called. Vespas? Is that what they're called? It did sound like one a bit. That would have been really funny if somebody had just gone right by on a lawnmower, just zooming by. But it was a Vespa. Unfortunately, it would have been some sight. Okay, come on, this hole's almost done. Let's go. See, you would have had no idea there was a huge, well, not a huge ravine, but a slight ravine here. If you took a look at this picture. It's just a half sunken tree. Alright. When's it gonna stop raining? I've got to be soaked at this point. It's like the worst possible weather to be working outside with mud. I'm working with dirt and mud. Oh, this is like, it would be a nightmare. Alright. Come on, we're so close, so close. I spent so long. I spent so long doing this. been over 2 hours now. Come on, almost there. And then I have to just like correct this outside bit to make it look a bit better, and then put up the like leaves properly. Oh, I'm out of what time is it as well? Okay, it's almost sleep time. You know what, I'm gonna just break this top level so I can just come back and fix this up properly. I can only stream for another like 45 minutes. So I'm hoping to finish this build by then. So it'll be anywhere up until that. But I think we've kind of gone to a point now where it shouldn't take much longer to like actually do this. Because all I'm gonna do now is just finish up putting this inside. I'm gonna cobblestone into sort of like make a cross pattern, and then I just want to finish up the leaves. But I'm thinking I might make them a bit higher than this. Maybe 2 rows of leaves. That's actually, so I want ideas on that. So my goal is I'm gonna put cobblestone wall right there around the whole outside, and then I'm wondering, do I make the leaves double thickness? Maybe like a 3 and then a 4. That could be quite cool. So like 3 here and then 4 high there. That's just what I'm trying to work out, because it obviously changes, like, because I need a ton of leaves to do that. I've got less than 2 stacks. So that whole forest is going to be a bunch of twigs for trees. That's my rough idea though. And then yeah, and then once that's done, then I can actually start. Well, then I'll stop streaming once I finish that, and then I'll record the episode for Monday eventually. Before Monday, I'll obviously record it, and that's when I'll build out the garden, and I'll probably start streaming. On like Sunday or Saturday. I'll schedule a stream, but I'll put out like a scheduled date before that. Before I actually started streaming. Oh no, I'm almost out of dirt. Seriously. We're seriously going to that point where I'm almost out of dirt. It could be cool instead of really high dense trees to block the view. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking about that. And I'm wondering if those edge trees. So then maybe I don't actually do much more than what I currently have. So that way I can come back. Because the edge trees could look really cool. This is hard. I was thinking about the edge trees. But the thing, and which is was what I was going to do. So I wanted to obviously have like, but like the outer wall, have these leaves, have a little stone wall here, and then I would either do another row of leaves and then have like trees here. But the question then becomes, are they real trees or would they be fake trees? And that's what I'm not certain on yet. So maybe I just leave this one wall of leaves here. I'll finish that bit, and then I'll come back later, and when I'm actually like building up the garden, and decide on how to decorate that. That is one to think about. So, the real or fake trees are, like, real as in I plant the saplings and then the saplings grow. Or fake as in, like, I just build the trees out myself, custom built ones. Obviously, design purposes, they're both, it doesn't make a difference, but I could then make them, because I think the trees that I want in here, I want to be big. Like humongous trees. But I'm wondering that maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it and maybe test how it looks. Okay, this tree is gonna have to be cut down at some point. Some point very, very soon. I think I've decided this now. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fill in this bit, and then, see, this is the thing. Then Monday's video, I'll finish up like the little things, like finishing this section, finishing these sort of walls, and then that's all I'm gonna do in terms of videos on this. And then I'm just gonna live stream building the rest over time. And then that way, I can show through the videos like, oh, check out this project that I'm doing. I can go off and do other things on camera for the series, and then eventually when this whole garden is finished, I can come back and do a tour of it. And I think that would look cool, because I think from like this, not like a cinematic bit, but from like the narrative of filming it, I love the idea of doing a reveal video and having this huge magical forest. So anybody who isn't necessarily going back and watching the live streams or watching them live or anything, your first real glimpse since seeing it like this would be walking into that magical forest. And I quite like that concept of the reveal. Yeah, something to think about, something to definitely think about. But I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. Because it's also like, when I'm filming something, like filming the video of it, there's only so much that you can actually do for the video until it's like just what I'm doing right now, in which case is that better off just being a live stream. Alright, that section's finally done. Alright, let's cut down this tree, and I should thankfully have enough dirt. Enough dirt to just do this. Come on. Okay, those leaves will handle themselves. Okay, oh, big truck, driving past. Okay, and then, so like this cobblestone's gonna come out. It's just a placeholder. There's no, this is not this is not a part of the final build right now. It's just a like a placeholder to like show roughly like what the path could be heading into the middle. So this bit's like not at all. Yeah, it could work as a time lapse. It could definitely work as a time lapse. That could actually be quite cool. That could be really cool. So I could do a video time lapsing for the reveal, showing all of it. That could work. The time lapse could be cool. I could use a FreeCam mod, set it up, and then time lapse it all. Wait, I might just fill it in like this. I think this is gonna be it for now. Just fill in this final hole so that this like center bit is all complete. Because this is, in my opinion, this is the worst part of this like build, is this just finishing out this center part. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, now I have to break these leaves. No, I am actually running out on dirt. That's not even a joke anymore. I've gone through like my entire series worth of spare dirt just to fill this whole section in. Okay, I'll be fine, but there's a lot of... Whoa! 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 Where did he come from? Where did he come from? Whoa! Ow! 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 Okay. What a jump scare! Ah! I heard the villager. And I turned around and he's standing right there. Oh, that's amazing. Right as I was ending too. Bad omen. Oh, it wasn't even anything special either. It was just that it's not even. It was a level 1. Ah, you got me good. Where did he spawn from? It scared me too. That was crazy. Why was he all on his own? Normally they're in like groups. Where are the rest of them? He snuck into this little garden. No, I am actually out of dirt. So that's what I mean. You like underestimate how much dirt you actually need. I think I still had a stack left in the chest, so I should be okay. Man. Hopefully nobody else sneaks up on me. Okay. So that's what I mean of I would love it to be like a mushroom biome that I was building on, but it's not, unfortunately. So where can they even spawn? Pillagers. Can pillagers just spawn anywhere? Oh, is that... See, that's all this entire chest was full. The entire chest. With dirt. And now it's all gone. So yeah, can the pillagers just spawn literally anywhere? Or is there something that enables them to spawn right there? Behind me, weirdly? Like, I don't know. Because that would be a nightmare. Imagine having this huge, like, overgrown forest, and then all of a sudden a pillager spawns. You come around the corner, he's just there with a bow. It would not be the best spot. This is supposed to be a peaceful garden, not a battlefield. Okay, come on, so close. Yes, final block. Let's go. This took me so long. Yeah, I think they disappear as well, but man. Well, anyway, thank you for watching the live stream. I'll be back. I'll live stream again. As I said, I'll schedule something out, probably Saturday or Sunday, to continue working on the build. But this is going to be a long project. Several hours, multiple hours worth of stuff that we're going to have to do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for giving me support and some laughter along the way of this strenuous task. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video, whenever that may be. And hope you guys have a great day. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to say now, but I guess because it's always awkward when you're ending the live stream. Because how do I stop it? Because I have one monitor, so I'll just go like this, and then there'll be like 5 awkward seconds after I say goodbye where I'm going to click stop live stream. So just forget about that. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Ah! Whoa! 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 What is happening? That's a donkey. What? Hold on. What? That's why you don't click off early. You don't leave the live stream early. Okay, now I gotta sort this out. Okay, ready? So one quick. No wait. I put on F1. Okay. Why is he? Okay. Just get him off. Oh no, wait. He's actually strong. Do I have my shield? I do have my shield. Okay. Take one. Go. Nice. Take that. All right. Well, with that, I'll quickly say goodbye because the game's gonna get attacked again. Goodbye.